It is 6 a.m. in the morning on Tuesday, January 7th. I'm headed to Hollywood Studios to try to get on Rise of the Resistance. Park opens at 7, so we will see how busy it is today since the holidays are technically over here. It looks pretty busy at the gate. I'm going to flip it around and show you, but not too bad. So we made it through security. They're actually ushering people to the right. I'm blurry. They're ushering people to the right, which is really smart because this is much shorter of a line than over there. I'm going to try to hold this up and show you guys. As you can see, it's very, very packed. It is 6:24, so we still have a little bit more than a half hour before the boarding passes will open up, and that's okay. I think they are letting people into the actual park, I just can't see. So we'll see what method works best to get this boarding pass. So it is 6:38, we're in the park. We've been in the park for probably 5 minutes. We had to talk to a cast member because due to something that happened when we scanned in. The thing went green before we put our finger on it. So we just wanted to make sure we were actually in the park. About 20 minutes and we can get our boarding group. You don't actually have to be up in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to get your boarding group, which is something a lot of people don't know. So a lot of people are headed straight back. You don't have to do that to get your boarding pass. You can be anywhere in the park as long as you're touched in to this park. We're actually going to stay up near the front and then probably leave once we get our boarding group and go get breakfast at a different hotel. The sun's just starting to come up. It's pretty cold today. I think it was said it was supposed to be like 45 degrees right now when I left. When I left at this time, it's supposed to be like 45 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 72 today, so if you're here in the winter, it can be pretty cold in the mornings. It's a different type of cold than up north, so just be prepared. Bring a sweater if you're coming anytime between like March or now and like early April. It can be kind of chilly, especially if you're doing these things. But yeah, I'm here with someone else. We're both going to try to go online and get a boarding group, and then we're going to pick whatever boarding group is first. We get first, whichever one is earlier in the day. And yeah, that's all I have for right now. It's going to be mass chaos for a little bit. We got group 30, yay! I actually got it at 7 o'clock on the dot. I just hit boarding group, selected the people that were in my group, and then hit next, and it gave me group 30. There was no lag, no delay. I was not on the park Wi-Fi though, which I think helped. We're actually right out front of Mickey's of Hollywood, so if you look this way, this is the front of the park. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I think group 30 is pretty good. The other people I've seen have gotten group 81, 65, and 55. So I'm very happy with 30. I will say the parking lot didn't seem super busy when we got in. There was a lot of people here, but there didn't seem like as many cars as like when we came to like Galaxy's Edge opening or Toy Story Land opening. So I think we're gonna just go explore the park a little bit, see what the wait times are, and then around 7:30 we're gonna take the Skyliner over to the Riviera Resort and try to grab breakfast. And just so you guys know, you might say like, why are you leaving? You could be called at any time. You have, once your boarding group is called, you have 2 hours to get back to the park and sign in for your time. So you could leave and come back. You could go home if you live nearby and come back. I think I haven't had a chance to check out the Riviera Resort yet, so that's what we're gonna do. And since we didn't really have breakfast, we figured it was a great opportunity to go try out some of their food there. But yeah, I'm very excited with how this played out. This is sweet. So yeah, I'm very excited. The only advice I would say is get here around 6:30. Just camp out in the front unless you're planning on making it a full day at the park. If you're planning on making it a full day at the park, go try to see if you can get up near the front. That way you can head towards the attractions you're wanting to do, like Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, Slinky Dog Dash. I think we might go check out the wait times on those attractions, or even Smuggler's Run if you're looking to do that. But if you're not, I would say just hang out in the front, grab your boarding pass, and then go do something else until you're called, because you can get back here in 2 hours without any issue. It's busy. Everyone's either trying to get to Rise or Smugglers. Right now, Rise is boarding groups 8 through 10. And it is 7:18. Here on the Skyliner, we're actually headed over to the Riviera Resort to go have breakfast and then come back. They're actually already on boarding group 22, so probably by the time we get there, they'll be on our boarding group. But we'll give you an update when we get there. We're at the Caribbean Beach switch location, and we're headed to the Riviera Resort. So we're here at the Riviera Resort. We've come to get breakfast at, I believe it's called Primo Piatto. I'm probably butchering that, but I actually haven't been here yet. This resort opened in early December. It's actually a Disney Vacation Club resort, but you can get rooms here. Super excited to check it out. It's based on the Italian coastline, sort of. So, but what I can tell so far is they have these incredible murals, which I can't tell if they're painted or made out of tile yet, but we're gonna check it out. It's like hand-laid mosaic. They're tiles. It's almost like a hand-laid mosaic mural. This is incredible. I'm not sure if you can tell from the video, but it actually goes all the way up and over the arch, which is really neat. I'm sure this took so much time. Oh, and there's a tangled one also. We're here at Primo Piatto and we're gonna get breakfast. So we're here at Primo Piatto. This is the quick service restaurant at the Riviera Resort. For breakfast, I have the lemon blueberry pancakes with mascarpone and bacon. And then we also have the cinnamon crumble French toast bread pudding with a vanilla custard and sausage. Both of these together were $22, which is not too bad. They're slightly small portions, but not in comparison to other restaurants I've been to. And I don't eat a lot of breakfast food to begin with, so I feel like that's not too bad of a price. So yeah. So we're gonna try a little piece of this. Take from the bottom. I will say this has actual like lemon zest on it. You can smell it. It's so rich and flavorful. And I'm gonna try a bite. So bon appetit. Oh yeah. That's good. That's really good. The mascarpone adds a nice creaminess to it. but the lemon and the blueberry are so flavorful and potent that, like, I don't know if I even need syrup for this, honestly. That's saying a lot. So yeah, this is excellent. I highly recommend this. So we're gonna try a bite of the cinnamon crumble French toast bread pudding. I'm not normally a bread pudding fan, but this does not look like a traditional bread pudding. So I'm gonna make sure I get a little bit of the vanilla custard on it. That's really good. The cinnamon is super powerful, but the vanilla makes it where the vanilla custard makes it where it's not like a spicy. It's more of just like a flavorful cinnamon. This is excellent. I'm not a huge bread pudding fan, but this doesn't have as much of like an eggy texture as bread pudding normally does, so I actually really enjoy this. So we're actually having breakfast right now, and I got a notification that 12 minutes ago our boarding group was called at 8:20. So from the time we got here to Hollywood Studios and the time we got our boarding pass, it was an hour and 20 minutes to the time that boarding group 30 was called. So we can, as long as we get back by 10:20, we'll get on Rise of the Resistance. So we're gonna finish breakfast and then head back over there. So we're back at Hollywood Studios. We spent about a half hour to 45 minutes over at the Riviera Resort having breakfast. That breakfast was so good. I highly recommend it. So it is now 9:15. We're actually headed in to go ride Rise of the Resistance, and I'm so excited. Honestly, this day couldn't have been going better. It's 9:25, we're getting in line. We're in line right now, so we're gonna see how long it takes to get all the way through the ride.
BB-8, prep the ready room for recruits. Commander 9-9, please report back to IGS cockpit.
Incoming transmission from Ray. BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Shouldn't you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause.
Dead 3, you are clear for launch.
Squads, we're loading up.
Approach ground personnel, this is your final call to board.
Thank you for joining the kind recruits. Good luck, we're going to drop the ground shortly.
Yes, I just want to be sure.
All recruits must be on board now. Transport is away in 30 seconds.
Nobody hyperdrive. Yes, check the hyperdrive also.
Transport takeoff in 20 seconds.
Good. Airspeed sensor? Thank you, 9-9. Black Leader, are you and your team ready?
Affirmative, engines are on. Red 2, Blue 5, report. Red 2, check.
Blue 5 standing by.
Engage propulsors and hold on, recruits. All ships, launch. Lieutenant Beck, as you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Vakara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark.
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
We got company. First order TIE fighters. Reroute. Reroute. Red 2, Blue 5, we got a clear path so transport can make the jump. They're all over us. I'm hit.
We lost Red 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake him, Blue.
I'm trying.
We lost Blue 5. I'm gonna try to draw them away.
Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump.
Be ready, you won't have much time.
Where are all those TIE fighters coming from? Star Destroyers.
Get out of there.
We can't. We're caught in a tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
I'll go get some friends and make this a fair fight. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Stay strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141.
Disembark immediately and head toward the interrogation hallway on the right. Now, everyone else. Proceed to your right. Processing to the right. Very well. Finish your scans and head down the hallway. Up ahead there'll be 2 lines. Choose either line with your whole unit. No sense abandoning each other now.
Utilize either line. Keep your entire units together.
Wow. So we just rode Rise of the Resistance. That was intense. Like, from the start, that was crazy intense. I have like that fearful like butterfly sensation in my stomach, even though we've been off it for like 3 minutes. People are so right when they say it's 3 ride mechanisms. From the pre-show to docking it, it's just so much intensity, and the cast members are so in character. It is incredibly done. So actually, one part when we were in waiting for interrogation, one of the First Order, I was sitting there smiling, and he walked straight up to me, he's giving me side eyes, I'm giving him side eyes, he goes, "Did you find something funny?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "And what would that be?" Like, completely in character. It was perfectly done. Everyone around me was like, "Oh, you're in trouble." It was, the cast was just fantastic. They do such a good job. This ride is just fantastic. This is a phenomenal ride, and I can't wait to see what else Disney can do with this type of technology. But at the same time, I want to go ride it again. Like, I was kind of terrified, but in a good way. I don't know if this beats out Hagrid's for me, but this is pretty close. I can see how this is #1 and #2 for people in their top rides of 2019. I know it's not 2019 right now, but it opened in 2019. And honestly, today couldn't have gone better. We got here, we got our boarding pass, we got an early boarding pass, we got breakfast, we got on, we're done. We actually got on the attraction at 47, which was about 25 minutes in line. And from 47, it's 10:02 right now, which means that's like a 15-minute ride. That's a long attraction. So I highly recommend checking it out. I would not say it's rough. I would say it's a ride for almost anyone. There's a couple scary parts that make your stomach drop a little bit, but it's like this, then it's done. I would say if you have motion sickness, you might want to wear wristbands for it. I know a lot of people like the motion sickness wristbands for attractions here. You might want that. It's a lot of turning, but not spinning, if that makes sense. We rode in the front row, so I don't know if it'd be different if you were in the back row. But that was the most crazy ride I think I've ever been on. There was just so many moving parts and pieces, and there's animatronics that I was like, are those live actors? And There was holes blown through walls that we ended up going through that were normal walls, and I don't even understand how they did half the stuff. It literally has blown my mind, but I highly recommend getting here early, getting a boarding pass, and checking out this attraction. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, I think you would enjoy it purely based on how many different ride systems there are and how many different techniques they use through the attraction. It was a dark ride, it was a thrill ride, it was a trackless ride. It was everything. I don't even know how to describe this attraction. It was just phenomenal. So I highly recommend checking it out. It's 10 o'clock and I've already been on Rise of the Resistance. I mean, 3 hours after park open, we were on and off. I can't complain about that. I know not everyone will have that same experience, but honestly, the boarding group system worked fantastic in my opinion because it is randomized. It's not like if you get closer to the attraction, you get a better thing. I like that it's randomized. Even if I got a lower number, I think I still would have liked it. Because then you can go do things and then come back when it's your time. You're not stuck in the park waiting in an actual queue. So yeah, leave any questions or comments you have down below, and I'll see you next time. And this is Bridgette's Buzz.